Hi, we are InterviewLog. I'm Delphine. I'm studying user experience at the Faculty of Information.
And
Michael?
I'm Michael. I'm doing my master at ECE.
I'm Xinyi. I'm also doing my master in ECE.
So as a user researcher, I often need to conduct interviews with participants. Interviews help us understand what participants need and want. Our app, InterviewLog, is to help user researchers along the process. We have three main features. The first is to record interviews and add annotations. When organizing the data, sometimes we want to find a quote from a participant. Adding annotations to the recording will help us find the information we need faster. The second and the third feature are to add team members to my team and allow them to comment on my recordings. This will allow them to give feedback on my performance. So now we are going to demo our app. So I recruited a participant Xi for my user research project. Now I'm going to create an event. So let's just set a timer for now. Participant's name is Xinyi, and she's a master's student. She's a grad school student. So I choose the tag I already created, and then I create the event. Okay, now I'm going to do a demo interview with Xinyi, and I'll explain what I'm doing at the same time. So Xinyi, are you ready?
Yes.
Hi Xinyi, thank you for participating in my research. The topic's about how U of T students meet peers during the pandemic time. This interview will take you about 15 minutes.
No problem.
First, I want to ask you if it's okay to record the interview so that I can listen to it afterwards.
Yes.
Thank you. I will start the recording now. So I want to know that how do you meet friends at U of T at the beginning of that semester? At the meantime, I will input 1 to annotate it's the first question.
I meet people through virtual events and group projects.
How would you describe your experiences? Now I will input 2, so then I will know it's the second question.
I prefer in person because it's harder to start a conversation online.
For the sake of time, I will end the interview here. So now I can go to my recording page and see all my recordings. When I open the file I just recorded, I can see the annotations. And when I click on it, it will go to the place where I add the annotation. I can also add more annotations using the Add Notes button below. So now, let's say Michael is a senior user researcher and I want to gain his feedback. So now I add Michael to my team. I'll give time to Michael.
Okay, then we just log out and log in as my account. And clearly you can see this is another account because the schedule and recording are different. And when I goes to the team, because Delphine shared the recording with me, so I'm in her team and I'll be able to see CE over here. That's made by Delphine. And when I click on it, it will show me all the annotations and I'll be able to listen to it. So let's say when I'm playing it and I just want it to say talk slower. I can just type in. I can also use the voice comment and I will turn the text turn the audio to text, but because the emulator, I'll just use text as over here and I'll be able to comment here. And then I think everyone in the team will be able to see the comments, and when they click on the comments, it will be able to bring it back to where I made the comments. And that's the end of the demo, and we'll talk about the structure of the app. Okay, so there are really 3 main interfaces, and that's the scheduled meetings and all interviews and recordings shared among the team. So in the scheduled meeting interface, the panel will extract all the recorded scheduled meetings made from the researcher, and will also be able to create new meetings and update the database. So the researcher can either start the interview from creating appointment interface or from the scheduled meeting interface. And if there's no recording associated with the meeting, then obviously they will go from the scheduled meeting interface. And once the recording is complete, the recording is saved under File Store and ready to be accessed from the View All Recording interface. Then the researcher can also add annotations either while recording or playing the recording. And finally, there's the team shared recording interface. All the recording under the same group will be able to display it over here. And other researchers among the team will be able to view and add comments here, but not add annotations. And next.
So for our future work, we'll develop a feature that will turn audio files into transcripts. This will help researchers record details during interviews. Also, we're going to develop a desktop version because researchers usually look at the questions on the desktop, so this will allow them to record interviews on the desktop and will be more convenient. Lastly, we're going to add the video chat feature so that researchers can record both audio and video of the participants.
As a specialist, I learned about project management. It's important to balance between the time we have and the features we want, and then prioritize the features accordingly. It's a great experience working with programmers. I learned about the structure of our app and how the features are made. I also learned a lot from the presentations. Listening to how other groups tell great stories helped me improve my own presentation skills.
As a programmer, I learned how to create detailed structure before making activity page. We have to plan on the database and interface structure before start coding. I also learned how to keep balance between what we can do and what the specialists want. We have to discuss a lot before we reach a consensus. Lastly, I have to keep the code clean and easy to merge, which will make the version control easier. And that's the end of our presentation. Thank you.